Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here, data downloaders here. Let's go ahead and break down what we're going to be seeing for this week. Firstly, big shout out to Hydros for the early information. Do appreciate all the work that you do. Let's just quickly jump through it. Number one, limit break event, very nice. And at the end, you get yourself a Legends Limited Z power. Very, very cool. I've been very fortunate that the little roulette wheel has given me, I think, 200 to 300 LFZ power. Been very clutch. Various exchange shops, raid shops. There's been plenty of LFZ power to sprinkle around. So hopefully everyone is using this opportunity to star up some of their LFs. Maybe Vegeta, Gogeta, Gohan, the works. You know what I'm talking about. Next, this kind of came out of nowhere. I don't think any of us expected this. Yes, a Zenkai awakening for the Blue Kid Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, I'm not going to take Zenkai awakenings as 100% clues for what's coming next. If we did, then CMZ Zenkai awakening would have given us future for part 2, but we didn't get any future. I think they're kind of just touching base with various tags to buff them up. I know a lot of us feel that, you know, at the beginning of the year, Toshi said that we're going to be seeing a lot more GT buffs throughout the year. And with this being the 6th-year anniversary, as you guys may remember, 3rd-year anniversary is when we got the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So perhaps it could be a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and the Kid Super Saiyan 3 Goku is giving us a clue into that. Maybe he's going to be a blue Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Ultra, because this guy's definitely going to be a blue GT Zenkai ability character. I mean, GT has some pretty bad Zenkais anyways. I remember when Universal Spirit Bomb Kid Goku dropped, I said this guy would be perfect for him because the only blue GT Zenkai buffer right now is Baby, and that guy came out at a time where they just did really high single Z ability stats, which obviously don't fly anymore. So very exciting. We have his kit. Can't wait to see what this guy does. You know me, I'm getting spoiled with Super Saiyan 3 Zenkais. Before the anniversary started, we had the red Super Saiyan 3, who's pretty awesome. Now we got this guy, so I'm hoping the trend continues. Next, Extreme Battle. Yes, the usual. Get yourself some tickets. Get yourself some additional LF characters. Star up your roster. Big wins. No surprise there. New raid. This time we're going to be fighting Super Buu. Yes, Ultimate Gohan faces his arch nemesis Super Buu. Yippee. Yada yada. Woo. Next, the new story. As you guys remember from the reveal and stuff, they told us that we're also going to be getting Giblet. Giblet, the first playable character that we can get within PvP that can go Dark type. And for those that don't know, Dark type means you will have type advantage over every type but light. So a Dark type has type advantage over red, blue, yellow, green, and purple. The only thing that has type advantage over Dark will be light characters, so shall it. We have to see what they do with this guy. We know he's a defense type character, and with him having type advantage, I don't know. Those two things mixed together kind of lead towards me feeling he's not going to be the strongest character in the world. He's already going to be hit down by the fact that he's free, and he's a defense type, free defense type. And then this whole idea of him having permanent type advantage over every type, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the highest hopes for him. I'm going to be honest. Next. All right, here we go. This is going to be the kit for Giblet. Let's see what this guy can do. I honestly don't have the highest hopes for him, but let's see what he does. Main ability, Quintessential Saiyan. Switch his own element to Element Dark for 30 timer counts. Cannot be canceled. Destroy all of your own cards and randomly draw 4 new ones. Restore own health by 20% and ki by 50. 20% to damage inflicted, which cannot be canceled. Restore your own vanish by 100%. That's good. And apply the buff effect, nullify special cover changes for 10 counts. Not too bad, not too bad. Again, he's a free defense type. I really don't think his offensive stats are going to be good at all. Let's start. Unique ability, Twisted Morality. 20% to damage inflicted against Saiyans. Applies the following effects when the battle starts. 100% to damage inflicted. Reduces damage received by 70%. 70% to ki recovery and level 1 card draw speed. The following effects occur according to the number of times this character has been on the field. 1 or more times reduces enemy ki by 20. 2 or more times hits him with the attribute downgrade minus 10% to strike and blast arts power for 10 counts. And if it's 3 or more, Applies buff effect, nullify, cover change for 10 timer counts. Whoa. The following effects occur every time this character uses a Strike or Blast card. Restore own ki by 5, restores own Vanish gauge by 10%, inflicts all enemies with the attribute downgrade minus 20% to health restore. Shorten own subcount by 2 when the enemy activates a blue card, ultimate, awaken arts, or rising rush while this character is on the field. What the hell? This is actually a really good first passive. 100% damage inflicted with 70% reduced damage received, baseline card draw speed, and key recovery. Then again, I guess this is sort of the standard. Every single character at this point has -1 card draw speed. The fusions have it, Evil Boo has it, pretty sure Shin has it too. Literally everyone has -1 card draw speed. So this is just putting him up to default levels. But him showing up on the field with 10 timer counts of cover change nullification while restoring Vanish feels like a baby Super Saiyan God Goku. But he has an easier time of getting the cover nullification. That's not bad. Him having a lower subcount ability, though, makes me think maybe he has endurance? Second passive, Saiyan Born of Fury and Hate. Reduces impact and slice damage received by 10%. The following effects occur when changing cover. Randomly destroy an enemy card. Inflict on enemies with the attribute downgrade -2 to card draw speed levels for 3 counts. Applies the following effects to self every time when faced with an enemy. Randomly draw a card if you have 3 or fewer. Restore ki by 15. 30% to damage inflicted for 10 counts, 80% to damage inflicted, activates once, cannot be cancelled. The following effects occur if own remaining health is 50% or below when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Switches element to dark type for 30 counts, cannot be cancelled. Restores own health by 30%, shorten ally subcount by 5, destroy all of your enemy cards. This is actually not that bad of a kit. Wow. Wow. You can see what they're trying to play out here. That's not bad disrupt. Take away 20 ki, debuff the guy, kill a card, take away 2 levels of card draw speed. That's like a baby Shin. Shin does this exact same thing. It's just he kills 2 cards. Okay. Next, his Z ability is 35% to Saiyan, Game Original, or Element Red base, strike, and blast defense, and 18% to Game Original's base strike attack. His blue card is the Wild Cannon, massive impact damage, 30% to special move damage inflicted for 3 counts upon activation, seal all enemy main abilities for 5 timer counts on hit. His green card, randomly draw 1 new card, restore own health by 10% and ki by 50, 20% to damage inflicted for 15 counts, applies attribute upgrade, shorten subcount by 3 to self, and cancels own attribute downgrades. This is actually not that bad of a kit. If we follow the numbers here, he'll get 20% from the main, 100% baseline, so 120, and then he'll also get another 80% if the opponent was to swap a character while he's on the field, so 200%, and then he gets 30% for every single switch. So that first switch he's going to get will net him 110%. That's actually pretty good. That puts him near modern character levels in the 200% range. That's actually pretty good. I just don't think his stats are going to reflect that. I wager this guy's going to be like 230s at the highest end for his offensive stats. Maybe defensive stats are going to be like high 170s, low 180s. I just think they're going to hold back because being able to have type advantage over pretty much everything this easily, I don't know. I just think they're going to have the stats reflect that so that it doesn't go too far. But yeah, this seems pretty good. This is a pretty good kit for a free character. But next, this is the one I'm more excited for. Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku. Let us see what they did with this guy. This guy has some interesting quirks. He has an AoE green. He gets a whole bunch of cards. His biggest issue was all of his buffs were timed. And they wanted to reflect that moment in GT where it was Kid Super Saiyan 3 Goku who couldn't really hold the form for very long. You know, him being a chibi and all, he can't really hold it for long. So they wanted the kit to reflect that. Hopefully with the Zenkai Awakening, they do away with that because that has no place anymore. Let's see what they do. Main ability, draw the Ultimate Arts card, Super Dragon Flash. Restore own health by 25% and ki by 50. 40% to damage inflicted for 60 counts, cannot be cancelled. Reduce damage received by 20% for 60 counts, cannot be cancelled. I already do not like the look of that, but okay. Passive 1. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the field. He gets 30 ki, 70% to damage inflicted. Cannot be cancelled, activates once. 50% to damage inflicted for 10 counts. Cannot be cancelled. Reduce damage received by 50%. Cannot be cancelled, activates once. And increases card draw speed by 2 levels for 10 counts. Okay, that's good. Super fast, spammy attack. I know that he also stacked damage for using cards, so maybe they're going to do that again. Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a strike or blast arts card. Randomly draw 1 new card if you have 3 or fewer. That's pretty strong for a character having level 2 card draw speed. Activation count resets after character switch. 15% damage inflicted for 5 counts. 50% to ki recovery and -3 to strike and blast arts cost. Unique ability Zenkai 3, proof of the Saiyan's return. The following effects occur when this character switches to standby. Restore own health by 15%. Shorten own subcount by 1. Restore ally ki by 30. Oh, 20% to damage inflicted by ally tag GT or tag Sun family for 10 timer counts. Use a support type. Shorten ally subcount by 3 when enemy activates a rush, ultimate, or awakened arts while this character's on the field. Huh. That's not bad. Zenkai 6. Latent power yet unknown. The following effects occur when enemy switches characters while this character's on the battlefield. 20% to damage inflicted, reduce enemy ki by 15, take away 1 level of card draw speed. The following effects occur every time when hit by an enemy's arts attack while this character's on the field. Shorten ally subcount by 1, activates twice, reduce enemy ki by 15. This is actually not that bad of a kit. They want you to have long combos with this character because you get additional damage for every strike or blast card that you use, and then every time your opponent swaps, you get another 20% damage. But we already know in this meta, super long combos aren't really the strongest in the meta. What's really strong is burst damage. That's why CMZ is given such high praise, because 2 strike cards with his high crit rate and cover nullification is a ton of damage versus a character like, I guess, Evo Ken with the super long combos, because eventually you're going to run into a strike card and, you know, an Ultra UI or Ultra Gohan is going to counter gauge you. That's why they're kind of like, you know, it's better that you get supreme amounts of damage in the fewest amounts of cards possible versus this kid Goku who wants a long combo to keep stacking up damage. We'll have to see how it works in game, but this isn't bad so far. Is Zenkai ability? Yeah, blue GT. I'm not surprised. GT has some horrendous Zenkai buffers, so this is appropriate. Blue card. Major impact damage. That's very sad. They didn't buff up the multipliers. 50% to blue card damage for 3 counts upon activation, and shorten ally subcount by 3 on hit. Nito. His green card. Wait. Oh, sorry. This is ultimate. Deals massive impact damage, 50% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts. The following effects occur on hit. Shorten ally subcount by 5. Destroy all your enemy's cards. Inflict enemy with the attribute downgrade minus 100% to health restore. So it doesn't nullify endurance, but if it procs endurance, your opponent is going to be at 1 HP, so you can tap attack them away. I don't know. It doesn't have. It sounds like it doesn't have blast armor either. It's not in the description, so you know those 2 things might hurt him. But I guess that's the trade-off for an AOE green. Let's see. AOE green. Restore own ki by 30 upon activation. Following effects occur on hit. Destroy all of your own cards. Randomly draw 4 new ones. Apply buff effect. Nullify. Oh, you get cover change nullification for 5 counts. Activates 3 times. They knew this would be OP as hell if they just let it go on permanently. So okay, that's fine. Shorten ally subcount by 3, and then you can chain it with everything. So plenty of combo ability, subcount manipulation. He has a little bit of baby support. He can be a damage dealer. I think he'll do okay. I think long combo units are not going to fare very well in this meta, so we'll have to see how well this goes. You know, him being blue obviously doesn't help. He doesn't have any cut penetration. He has no methods of going type neutral. He doesn't have blast armor on his ultimate. He doesn't have endurance nullification on the ultimate either. So it's a bit of a toss-up. I think they were too scared of the green card, just netting you so many cards, and them wanting to give it cover null that they kind of held back on other aspects of the character. So it seems okay. Maybe it'll be different in-game. A lot of GT characters provide a ton of support. You know, Bulla, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I think the Spirit Bomb Kid Goku as well. I think he has a damage support as well. Everyone's supporting everybody. Maybe that can alleviate some of that. Now, also with that is the Trunks and Vegeta. Okay, so for the Trunks and Vegeta equip, let's see. I shout out to Dugo for the screenshots for this one. He quickly posted them on Twitter. Let's see. Base health 15%, 40% to strike defense, and 40% to blast defense, 15% health restore. That's pretty clutch with their disrupt. Base strike attack 40%, base blast attack 40%, 30% to damage inflicted, 15% to blue card damage, 40% to base key recovery. That's not bad either. The biggest issue with this character is the combo potential. I say if they were to go, I think the Trunks side is fine for now, but if they go from Trunks to Vegeta, I would like to see a guaranteed blast card and another level of card draw speed. Because like I said before, everyone has -1 card draw speed at this point, and the biggest slowdown was always the Vegeta side. Always the Vegeta side. With a guaranteed blast and potentially level 2 card draw speed, I'm not saying for a long time, I'm saying maybe 4 timer counts. That at least guarantees that Vegeta can combo a bit, because part of his kit is to stack up damage inflicted, so that at the very least you can keep dealing damage and then go to the Trunks side and then just do a bunch of burst damage. So the final slot. Restore on key by 30 when this character enters the field. Applies the following effects to self when the switch ability is activated with Trunks. Draw a blast card, restore key by 30, increases card draw speed by 1 level. There you go. There you go. That's literally exactly what we just said. That is perfect. That is perfect for this character. That is huge. Is it going to make Trunks and Vegeta immediately a top 10 character? I don't know. But in terms of addressing one of the biggest faults of the character, this is huge. Guaranteed blast, restore key by 30. That's big, by the way, because remember, you only got 20 key when you swapped from Trunks to Vegeta. 20 key is 1 blast card, so that's trash. But him also getting another level of card draw speed means Vegeta is guaranteed to net another card. Remember that blast card gives him cover nullification for a short amount of time. It's perfect. You tag out from Trunks to Vegeta. Vegeta is going to get that blast card, level 2 card draw speed. You're going to be able to hit the blast, get cover nullification, charge step to another card, combo, and hopefully quickly go over to the Trunks side. So I think this is a really good looking plat so far. This is pretty good. Bolster defenses, bolster offenses, give them what they need in terms of tech. They're dead faulting. I think they cooked with this plat. You guys let me know in the comment section below about all the other stuff. I think this is a pretty good update, but I'd like to know what your thoughts are. But yeah, be on the lookout for the showcases. And until next time, guys, peace.